And from the anti-immigrant sentiment in Europe, we shift our focus to the ongoing migrant deportation campaign in the United States. As the Trump administration ramps up its deportation drive, it has received clearance from a federal appeals court to end temporary protected status for thousands of Cameroonians. A U.S. appeals court has allowed the Trump administration to end a program that grants temporary deportation protections and work permits to over 5,000 Cameroonians and also over 11,000 Afghans. It's called Temporary Protected Status, or TPS. Now, TPS is a humanitarian immigration program offered by the U.S. to people from countries facing ongoing armed conflict, natural disasters, or other extraordinary conditions that make it unsafe to return. Currently, 16 countries are designated under TPS, including 5 African nations of Cameroon, Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, and Sudan. But the Trump administration wants to end TPS status for Cameroon. It argues that the program is meant to be temporary and that conditions in Cameroon and Afghanistan have improved enough to allow safe return. It claims the conflict in Cameroon is contained to limited regions and no longer threatens personal safety in most parts of the country. However, an immigration advocacy group called CASA, whose case was being heard by the court, disagrees. Now, CASA argues that Cameroon remains unsafe with a humanitarian crisis and a crippled economy. They also claim the administration did not follow proper legal procedures to terminate TPS and say the decision was preordained and partly based on racial animus. While the court found that CASA presented a plausible case against the administration's TPS termination, it ruled there was insufficient evidence to block the government from phasing out the program. Cameroon is still battling a separatist conflict and a Boko Haram insurgency. The extremist group was designated a terror outfit by the U.S. in 2013. Fighting continues with massive displacements and casualties. The Trump administration has sought to wind down TPS for hundreds of thousands of migrants from other nations as well. In May, the Supreme Court allowed to end TPS for Venezuelan nationals. Once TPS ends, its holders are classified as undocumented unless they qualify for another legal status. This allows the U.S. to initiate deportation proceedings. But the impact on migrants is severe. TPS provides work permits and legal stay. Without it, holders must cease legal employment, and many TPS holders have U.S.-born children or spouses, making deportation a familial and humanitarian crisis. The bid to end the TPS program comes as the Trump administration also ramps up third country deportations. It has already deported migrants from Asia and Latin America to African nations like South Sudan and Eswatini. This despite ethical and legal concerns. As the Trump administration moves to end key migrant protections, thousands face an uncertain future. Activists warn the human cost could be devastating.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.